Hickok 45 here with a Mossberg 940 Pro Tactical. Let's be tactical. How about it? That's a tactical looking trash can. We just bent him up a little bit. Yep, this is a 12 gauge. If you didn't know it, let's go here and look at it. Look what we have. We have the newest, at least as I speak, 940 Pro Tactical SPX RYZ, whatever. This is the newest version of the 940 Pro, and you see the new handguard and all those features. I have never owned or even fired a Mossberg semi-automatic shotgun. I apologize, but I don't have experience with them, and just never have. So I thought I would remedy that. I requested this from Davidson's Gallery of Guns. We're major supporters. We really appreciate their help. You can get you get a guaranteed lifetime replacement on firearms from them. So we really appreciate their help. And this is on loan. It's we've been shooting it, and I think it's broken in. And seems to function with low brass stuff okay. Had just one bobble, maybe two, early on, and we'll see how it does today, which is great because I like to shoot low brass stuff. Just not have to shoot magnum ammo in a shotgun, especially messing around, practicing with it, and just shooting. So that's what we got, and it's new to me. I'm fairly familiar with the Benelli. I've had the Super 90 and, as you know, the M4, and I really like the Berettas and the 1301s, the A300s and everything. But this is new to me, and I've enjoyed learning about it and firing the thing. And I'm going to fire it some more. It's a pretty nice shotgun, seems to me, and I know a lot of people just really like them. Now I've got an extender on the back. I can show you one of the things you can do is adjust your length of pull by putting spacers back here. Okay, you've got your QD attachment there. I'll put this back on so I get my length I need. And like I said, I got from Gallery Guns. Also appreciate Silencer Central support. They do one thing and do it really well. You've seen their mufflers around here quite a lot. And then, of course, the SONORAN Desert Institute, sdi.edu. Get yourself some learning in gunsmithing, firearms technology, drone technology, you name it. And hopefully we won't have to do any gunsmithing today. So let's load it up. Yeah. So this is, it's not a low-end shotgun, so don't let me say that, but it's not as expensive as, say, the Beretta or the M4. I guess, how shall I say it, if you had about a third of an ounce of gold, you could probably trade it for one, right? Yeah, what do you think of that, YouTube? I'm shooting some birdshot, okay? So that's what we're putting in it. Also appreciate Alabama Holster. Great little concealment Kydex holsters. Got a couple of them on me right now. Appreciate their support of the channel. I've been using them for a long time. Okay. So now this is a little different from some of the others, as I have shown, if you've seen it yet, in a video about the operation of it. A lot of semi-automatic shotguns have the cartridge release lever, and where you can stage it in cruiser position or condition, or you can more easily change out a shell. Now this one, there's no cartridge release, shell release that you press or anything like the 1301 or the Benelli or some others. You just safety's on, safety's off. Safety is on right now. I'm going to just work the bolt and it's going to pick up a round, I think. We'll see if it did. Yeah, so it's ready to go. Okay, now because of that, you can't just pull the bolt back and put another shell in like you can with the others, okay, and change out your ammo as easily. You need to put it in the magazine and then get rid of the one that's in there, and then if you want to hit the gong because you got a slug in there, you can do it. Now the next round's gonna be just like the birdshot I have in there, so I'm probably not going to hit the gong, right? But I'll bet I can hit this 2-liter right here. What did I tell you? Yep, it didn't like that. So it's marginal on power factor. Low brass ammo is. Got him. Let's hit that cowboy. Yep, we'll see how that goes today. We've been doing pretty well. Need to shoot it more and get it broken in, right? So yeah, that is the Mossberg 940 Pro Tactical. And some of the things they changed, and like I said, I had not had any of these before, but as I understand, they have they've changed a few things. I know the handguard is a major change, where you got kind of a heat shield just from the design of it, where you can have your hand up here and not get burned, so you don't cry. It's real embarrassing if you're at the range or you're in some training session and you touch a hot barrel and you start crying. Okay. Then the instructors start worrying about you. So you got kind of a built-in heat shield there. Another thing I understand they moved the QD attachment back away from the M-lock up here, where you might have lights and toasters and other things attached, and you don't want the sling up there in the way. So that's an improvement. Your grip is good. It's got I think the earlier ones did not have a one-piece magazine tube, whereas this one does. In the sight, you got protected sight, nice sight there. That's an improvement, as I understand, a change from the older models. What else is an improvement in this? I think they redid this button here, a bolt release, to where you don't hang on it as easily, some things like that. But again, I didn't have the earlier models. Of course, it's set for an optic. Now, what comes with it is you have a ghost ring that clamps on there, screws down, and a really nice sight arrangement. And then this came with this one too, the Holosun. And so you got that. It's a very small one. It's pretty nice. They've changed the safety switch on these Mossbergs. As I understand, they're going to start putting this one on all the Mossbergs. This is pretty nice. I like that. And I'm a Mossberg guy. I have several Mossberg pumps. So pretty nice shotgun. I think maybe they've improved the loading gate and all that too, where you're less likely to, let's shoot some slugs, you want to? Less likely to pinch your fingers and, again, be crying in front of your shooting buddies. That is just not appropriate to be doing. Here, as I say that, I'm pinching my finger. That's the way I'm doing it there. Okay. Let's see how it'll do with a slug. Nothing like shooting slugs from a shotgun. It doesn't get any better than that, does it? All right. Yeah, it's a pretty nice shotgun. It's not as pricey. Again, it's closer to the A300 Beretta, and not as pricey as a 1301 or an M4, that kind of thing. So, a lot of people have these. A lot of you all probably have them. You have either the 930, the 940 earlier model, or whatever. Okay, let's put one in and fire at something. Let's see, I've adjusted the sights where I think they're pretty close. I'm going to try that red plate on the left over there. All right, that's a good feeling. Let's just knock down an animal. Like a ram, no, a buffalo. Feels pretty good. Let's try something smaller, like that turkey up on the top row. See if the sights are really on. All right. Not bad, not bad. Wow, got her zeroed in. Well, let's just try something right here close. Oh, here's another product placement. Arizona tea. That worked. That worked. And that garbage can's been beat up, but he doesn't have a big hole in him yet. How about in the bottom? Yeah, that's what I like to see. And that 2-liter on top of the tree right there. Woo! Yeah, it doesn't get any more fun than shooting slugs. And it's always fun to have a nice rifle, really, if you put them out. So what else did I not tell you about it? Yeah, gosh. Well, like I said, borrowed it from Davidson's Gallery of Guns, and appreciate their support. It's just really nice to be able to just call up and get something that I haven't fired before, and something I should have fired before. And speaking of all that pretty polymer, really appreciate the people that make this polymer. Alabama Holster, yeah, they do a great job. We appreciate their support of the channel too. Great little concealment holsters. Can't beat them. You can't beat them. So check them out. Yeah, I think the handguard is one of the big changes. It is an interesting way to do it. You know, I'm not a fan of heat shields on shotguns. I think my first 590 I bought had one. Now, if I was out in combat, I might be a real fan of a heat shield. But I just worried about underneath the heat shield. They're tough to get off, and it rusting under there, and you know, that kind of thing. I just like to be able to wipe down my barrel. And this is kind of neat. You know, I'm talking about the wire cages that go around a lot of shotgun barrels as the old style of heat shield. I just decided I was just going to let my hand be burned. I don't want my barrel to rust, right? So that's kind of an interesting design. And you know, it's as I understand, you don't have to have that clamp on there, but they left that. You know, it's not necessarily holding the magazine to the gun. It's going to fall off if you take that off. I always think about that with my 1301 too. It just seems like, well, it's awful stabilizing. I hate to take it off. And oh yeah, this Vang Comp, they all come with that too. That seems like that one's worked so far. I had some cheap versions of something like that. You might have seen that video, or you will, where the shell came out, hit me in the mouth just from recoil from a different brand. That's Vang Comp. So that comes with all of them, as I understand. Of course, you can take it off, don't have to use it. And you got the red dot, of course, Holosun, and pretty nice little rig, I'll have to say. It might be something worth considering. I shoot it once more. If there's anything I forgot to tell you, yeah, look it up. It's probably somewhere. I didn't, well, again, like I said, and the video, you know, just illustrating that, you know, with this firearm, when you load the magazine to get one out, you just rack the bolt, right? And it's going to pull one out and put it in the chamber. Whereas with other semi-automatic shotguns, like the 1301, you got to push this little button to get one into the carrier first, or else you can rack the bolt all day and nothing's going to happen, right? Just like the M4 and a lot of your Benelli semi-automatics, if not all of them, right? So it's a little different, depending on what you want. Let's just finish up some birdshot here and get her broken in a little bit better, and we may shoot the thing some more. Safety on. One advantage you get with, of course, the Mossberg is that ambidextrous safety. Not only is it ambidextrous, it works exactly the same with either hand. Yeah, man, really does. Oh, I've got room for another one. Okay. Matt, is that 7? It's supposed to hold 7 plus 1, yeah. Okay. Only holds the plus 1 if you put the plus 1 in it, right? And you know what? I did not shoot that target. Let's shoot that paper target. Okay, so I worked the bolt. I just got rid of one. I didn't mean to do that. All right, it may blow it off there, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's take the safety off. Boom, I blew the bull out. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. All right, let's finish off, or let's give this trash can some more grease. You want to? All right. All right, we are empty, or we got a case. Now this happened earlier, a case, and I'm not going to fool with it here. I put the safety on camera too much, but there we go. Maybe I will. Yeah, we had a case stick earlier, and let me get it up here. See, in the chamber. So I don't know, really low brass. So maybe you have had that experience, I don't know. But the gun's not broken in, I guess, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Although, I have to say, you know, be honest, the 1301, I have a couple of different 1301s, and I've not had any issues with that particular ammo, low brass or anything. But shotguns are different. Some are a little more finicky than others. I know my Super 90 Benelli, boy, it just would not shoot low brass. Didn't like it at all for a long time, for a couple of years. Probably the springs just wore down to the point where it would handle it. So anyway, but you know, that's whatever happens is what you see when we are shooting a firearm. So appreciate your support. Glad you came out this beautiful evening. And there is nothing like shooting a 12 gauge. So much fun. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. You know, really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com, and also while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.